Good morning and happy Wednesday, you guys. Now today I am back with another Tea Time Talks video for you all. At the time of this video going up, I will actually be on holiday, so there might not be a bit of content for you guys over the next sort of couple weeks while I'm having my holiday. Obviously footage from my holiday will be uploaded, but I won't have time to put it up sort of in time for me going away, so I thought I'd sit down, film a quick video for you all and get it scheduled and what have you, so that you had something to watch this week. So as it is a Tea Time Talk video, today's mug is this one. I can't adult today, kind of the vibe I'm feeling right now. So that's going to be our mug for today. So what today's talk is going to be about is hair dyeing, which I know is a really weird kind of topic. I know some of you are probably going to be like, okay, that's a bit strange, or maybe you're not interested or something like that, but I have had a lot of comments from people asking me how I dye my hair, what I use, when I dye it, reactions that I get from it, everything like that. So I thought I'd kind of do a video about that, because I haven't really done a hair video for you all actually, for a change, which is a bit weird. Now, to get into this, because I don't want this being too long, my hair actually hasn't been dyed since the 3rd of December 2017, so it's been a while. Like, it's getting on for a 6-month like period of me not having dyed my hair, which is crazy. So I do have quite a lot of root growthage going on, as you can probably see. So all this is my roots, the darker sort of colours and what have you. So I have quite a lot of roots going on. Now my hair is naturally classed as dark blonde by hairdresser standards, which means that my roots are like a mousy brown colour and my length is like a very dark, dullish blonde. So that is my natural hair colour. So I get sort of obviously quite dark roots compared to most people. So they are quite visible when I haven't dyed my hair for a while. And like I say, I've got 6 months worth of growth. But having said that, at the time of filming this video, I am going to be doing my hair in the next 2 days. I'm going to be using the same kind of colour palette, but I'm going to be mixing it up a little bit, as I always do, because I like to experiment, because I get a little bit bored otherwise. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. I need it refreshed in time for my holiday, to be honest, more than anything. And it's just kind of, it's getting to the point where it's kind of pastelised and washed out, which is fine, but it's a little bit too pastel for me now. Like, this side has gone sort of more or less back to the whitiness that I usually have. So it's gone a bit whitey, and it's got sort of more pink up towards the regrowth. And then this side is very like minty at the top, and it goes down to like a bluish hue at the bottom. So it's just at a place where I'm not too fussed on it anymore. I want it a bit brighter, and I want to put a few more colours in, and I don't like roots. It's something that I don't like. I know some people do. They like having bright length and like dark roots. It's a weird thing, I don't know, but I don't particularly like it. Anyway, so to kind of get into it, I have been dyeing my hair since I was 12 years old. My parents never really minded too much, to be honest. They just let me and my sister do whatever we kind of wanted, within reason, obviously. You know, they were fine with us expressing ourselves as people and what we wanted to do. Now, when I first started dyeing my hair at 12, I was using box dyes. You know, things like, God, what was it back then? I don't know, like Clairol or Garnier or something like that. And I really wanted like copper coloured hair. Like Alison Hannigan were hair goals for me. So I wanted ginger hair. I have no idea why, but I used to sort of settle on like Morello cherry red instead, because ginger didn't really suit me. But I have been dyeing my hair since I was 12. Like I say, my sister is a couple years older than me, so she's been dyeing her hair since she was like 14, I think. And my mum has been dyeing her hair since she was 17, so I guess we're just all people who dye our hair, you know. So my parents didn't really mind too much. I never really had a problem with them. Obviously for school I wasn't allowed crazy colours, which is why I had to go like gingery or like a very placid red kind of thing. So I couldn't really do that. And then of course I got a job straight out of school, so my employers didn't like it. It's actually only been within the last 6 years, because I fought it with every fibre of my being that they relented and have now decided that people can look however the heck they like to look, which is good, because to be honest, I don't see the point in discriminating someone because of their hair colour. Like, it doesn't stop me being able to do my job, and it doesn't make me a bad person because I like pinks and blues and purples and yellows and reds, and, you know, just because I like unconventional colours that you're not born with, like, I guess they call them unnatural colours, you know. So that's good. I've kind of made peace with it now, and so have my employers, so that's always helpful. Other than that, I was always getting in trouble, to be fair, for dyeing my hair. Now, I've always done my hair at home. There has only been one instance in which I have gone to a hairdresser's and had it done, but I wasn't too thrilled with how it came out, if I'm completely honest. I might insert a picture just to show you, but I wasn't too jazzed on it. They used crazy colour, and I do not like crazy colour. I do not recommend crazy colour. It is awful. It is in essence a topper. So all it does is sits on top of your hair, which means that it has no colour lock. It bleeds onto your pillows all the time, which, trust me, if you have a mother like mine, she nearly strangled me several times because she doesn't like things staining her linens, which is fair enough. And also it meant that every time I ran my hands through my hair like this or anything like that, I used to get bright blue all over my hands because it literally comes off on your hands. It lasts literally 3 washes, maybe, something along those lines. So I really wouldn't recommend it. So, that being said, I will show you what I do use. Now, for my roots, like when I do my hair, I have to bleach my roots because it's virgin hair, so it's dark, it's quite dark, and these colours will not just cover over dark hair. If you're sat there thinking, okay, I have chestnut coloured hair and I want to go pink, I'm going to just put it straight on top. You can't do that. You are going to have to pre-lighten it, I'm afraid. Like, you can't try and put a colour on top of it and think that it's going to come out super bright, because it's really, really not. And it kind of breaks my heart to see girls on YouTube that think that that is a thing, that they can just put it on top of their dark hair and it's going to be fine. No, darling, no, I'm sorry, you can't. It doesn't really work like that, so sorry about it. Now, for me, my hair, and this is all personal preference, this is just me telling you about what suits my hair. This is not me giving you advice. I am not a trained professional. I am not a hairdresser. Let's just get that straight. I'm just telling you what works for my hair. So, I don't use hairdresser bleach because it does not like my hair. It makes my hair brittle and horrible and really knotty, and my hair is never knotty. Like, I can always pick up my hair and just run my fingers straight through it. Like, I never get knots in my hair. So, I don't use hairdressing bleach because I find that that makes my hair very horrible, and I can't even like run my fingers through it, and it's awful. So what I use is Schwarzkopf Live XXL blonde hair dye. So this is literally blonde hair dye. It is still a 12 volume 12% volume bleach, so it is still pretty gnarly for the for, you know, the volume of it. I don't know, I'm not professional, I can't think of the words, but yeah, I usually use 2 boxes of those. My hair is actually deceptively thick. Like, it's very, very, very thick. So, I usually need 2 boxes, especially when I have a lot of regrowth as I have at the moment. I can get away with 1 box if I've only got, like, a few weeks regrowth, but to be honest, I usually tend to dye my hair every 12 to 14 weeks. That's kind of my go-to, because I find my hair is very, very porous, so it does hold the colour very well. So I don't need to be dyeing it every 2 to 3 weeks like some people do. You know, also, just to have a side note on that, if you're finding your colours fading very quickly, use colour lock shampoo. So anything that says that it's like, you know, colour protecting, use that, definitely. And also wash your hair with cold water, as cold as you can stand. That's all I'm going to say. I'm the weirdo who can use ice cold water on my hair and it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't make me feel uncomfortable because I've been doing it for years, so I'm used to it. But I know some people have a bit of a low tolerance for like cold things, but that will just help to kind of lock the colour in, I find, and it stops so much colour leaching out when you're washing it. But I use that because it makes my hair a lot more softer, silkier. I can get a comb through it a lot easier than if I actually use hairdresser bleach, so I tend to use that. And for the actual colour, I tend to use Larisha's Directions. This is a UK produced dye. It is vegan and animal cruelty free, which are two things that, you know, I don't mind for like my beauty aspect of things. I am a meat eater, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit there and say I'm vegan or vegetarian, I'm really not. But when it comes to beauty, I don't see the point in harming animals for beauty. Like, that's weird. I know that that's probably like a double standard, but what are you gonna do? That's just who I am. So I use this one. Now normally if you go into anywhere on the high street to buy it, it's about £6.50 to £7 a tub, and it is only sold in an 88 millilitre tub, but there are 32 shades to pick from. Now what I love about these as well, because they've got no chemicals in them, like, they're not going to damage your hair, they're going to actually condition your hair, to be honest. So it's brilliant because it means that you're not putting any more processing into your hair once you've bleached it. Now with me, I don't have to bleach the ends or the length of it because these colours cover one another, which is what I love about them so much, is that literally in a few days time when I colour my hair, I can put this straight on top of this and it will work. Like, it will take no problem. I've never had a problem with them like layering on top of other colours. It's only if I have to go on a completely different colour palette, like if I wanted to go from, say, blue to a pastel lavender, then yeah, I would have to strip all the blue out and then put the lighter colour on top, obviously, otherwise you do get a weird hybrid colour. But with things like that, because I'm just refreshing, I'm just putting the same kind of colours on, it's fine. I don't have to bleach the length, I don't have to ruin my hair, I can just slap it on and it will take, that will be fine. Also, you can do what I do and you can actually mix 2 or 3 of the Directions colours together and make a hybrid colour. That's what I do every time, because I can never quite, you know, decide what I want, or maybe I want a colour that has a slightly more red base to it than an orange base, or with the greens I want something that has a greener base than a bluer base. So it's all called colour theory, you guys. You need to be getting down with your colour theory. You need to know what colours complement each other, what colours are going to work together, you know, what kind of thing you want it to wash out to. Like, I knew that when this washed out, I wanted it to wash out to a green. Like, I didn't want it to wash out to a very, very deep blue. Like, I have got some bluey bits in it, but to be honest, it's more of a green base. So, I'm quite happy with that. Same with this, because this was a mixture of red and pink, I wanted a pink base on it, so it washed out to a pink, not an orange, which is what red would wash out to. Does that even make sense? It's very strange, I know, but just bear with me. So, you can layer them. Also, you can dilute them. So if you get, like this one is poppy red, which is very, very, very red. But say you wanted a much lighter red than that, you can put like just normal conditioner, white conditioner with it, and mix it until you get the colour strength that you want. Now, I don't tend to do that just because I like quite vibrant hair, but I know a few people who have mixed their own pastels doing that because they just find it a lot easier than the pastels to buy. And that's another thing with Directions. If you buy like pastel pink or lilac from them, they're not great, they don't take great, they really, really don't. So I would suggest getting lavender, which is a darker one, and then mixing it up to your preferred shade. That's what I would personally do. But anyway, that's that. So I do actually have a friend that comes and helps to do mine. She is a hairdresser who works on the side because she works with me obviously at the place that I work, but she does do mobile hairdressing on the side as well. She comes and helps because, like I say, my hair is deceptively thick and it's very, very hard for me to get right to the back of my head here, and I don't want anything patchy and horrible and what have you, so she'll come and help me, and she comes and does it for me every so often, which is a godsend because it, like, honestly, the struggle is real, you guys. Just saying. So that's kind of that. Now, the other thing that I kind of wanted to touch on was when you have your hair done, when you have bright coloured hair, just make sure that you are somebody who has thick skin, that you're somebody that can kind of stand up for themselves, and that you're okay with getting comments about it, because trust me, you are gonna get comments on it. Now, I'm gonna say at least 90% of the time it is positive. You do get people that come up to you and they're like, I love your hair, that's so cool, where did you get your dye from, what colour is that, blah 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 blah. You get positive comments, and you do, and I appreciate it, I really really do. But on the flip side of that, there is a good 10% of people who are just out and out shady about it and just rude, and they just feel like they have the divine right to comment on your appearance, which I think is ridiculous. But I do get it a lot. I've had people who have asked me if my parents are ashamed of me because of my hair colour, and these are people that I come across at work, not colleagues, but I am in a service industry job, and this is like clients and customers and stuff who will ask me if my parents are ashamed of me. The answer is no, because my parents are decent human beings who understand that I am who I am and they love me regardless. But yeah, you do get it. I think the best one was a woman a few weeks ago who turned around to me and asked if I was going to a party. And when I asked why, she said, oh, it's just, you know, because of the colour of your hair, I thought you were going to a party later. No. So I turned around, because you should know this about me, I am very, very sarcastic, and I am very misanthropic, and I'm very quick-witted. So I turned around very quickly to her, because she had blonde hair herself, and I said, I'm not going to a party later, no, but are you going to a Barbie convention? And she went, no, why? And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, you've got blonde hair, so I thought you were going to a Barbie convention. Like, I understand that someone should have got me an umbrella for all that shade. However, do not come at me thinking that I am not going to comment back to you, because I'm sorry, like, I am far too old for that nonsense. I really am. I am too old and too confident for that nonsense. So, you will get it. Sometimes I have had people who have asked me if I've dyed my hair because it's a certain time of year, like Christmas. No. Oh, it's Easter. No. Oh, are you supporting the World Cup? Is that your football team's colours? No. No, it's not. I've even had people when I've had blue hair who will come up to me and go, oh, are you a bit cold? Ooh, feeling a bit blue today. Namaste. Like, honestly, you know when you're just sat there like, really? Could you not think of anything better? Don't worry, I'm going to sit here and wait. Anyway, so you do get comments. I had a colleague at work who said to me she wanted to dye her hair bright pink. I said that's fine. I gave her like all the tips and what have you, and she did. She dyed her hair bright pink. She lasted a whole 3 days because she just could not stand the comments about it. She was like, I didn't understand how negative people can be and how rude they can be and, you know, what have you. And I was like, I did kind of try and tell you. So she actually dyed her hair back after 3 days because the pressure was too much, and she was just one of these people that's very, very introverted, and she doesn't like sort of interacting with people and stuff. So I can understand. It's, you know, it's something that I live with on a daily basis. I also live on a daily basis with people who feel the need to touch me. That annoys me, incredibly annoys me. I have spatial issues. I don't like people getting up in my space, and I certainly don't like people touching me that I don't know. If I saw one of you guys on the street and you came up and you're like, hey, I like your videos, like, could I have a hug? That's fine, I'm gonna hug you. No problem, bring it in. But when it's someone that you don't know who's come up and literally just grabbed you, and I had this 3 times in one day at work, one day, I ended up having a bit of a rant to my boy about it because I was so angry. I was just so angry. You know, I was doing something and I was literally walking, and this woman came up behind me and grabbed my ponytail, like literally under the ponytail, because I have to have my hair up for work. And she yanked my head back to the point where I went, ugh, like that. And of course my first reaction is to hit people, because I've told you before, my fight response is bigger than my flight response. So I went like that and sort of smacked her hand away from me, and I was like, don't touch me. And she went, oh, sorry, it's just your hair's really pretty. And I was like, I don't care. Like, that does not give you the divine right to put your hands on another human being. It's as simple as that. Like, I wouldn't go up to a man who was attractive and, like, start groping him and then being like, oh, I'm sorry, it's because you're so attractive. Who does that? That's just, no, that is space invasion. Stop it. Just stop that behaviour right now. Like, that's that's creepy and horrible, and I don't care if you're a woman doing it to a woman and you think that that's not an issue. It totally is. No one should put hands on anyone else. But it happens. Maybe you live in a part of the world where people don't do that, and if you do, can I come live with you? Like, I'm just wondering, because clearly where I live, it's a thing. People kind of feel like they can just touch me whenever they feel like it, and it annoys me. I've had people try and stroke my hair, you know, like I say, forcefully grab it, run their fingers through it. It's like, just, I don't know you. Like, get out of my space right now. Do you know what I mean? So that's another thing that you might have to contend with, is just people being narrow-minded and rude and stuff like that. Should you feel like you want to do crazy hair, like me, is something that I deal with, but at the same time, I'm not going to compromise on who I am as a person because of other people's shortcomings. So that's kind of what I feel about it more than anything. But yeah, I do feel sorry for people whose parents don't maybe allow them to do crazy coloured hair. I think that's sad. That's very, very sad. Like I say, I've never come from a home that was like that, so I can't really comment on that sort of thing. You know, because my parents and all of my family have always been very, very supportive of me. Even my grandparents. My grandparents don't care. You know, it's just part of who I am as a person, I guess. So that's really about it. That's all I have to say to you guys anyway in this video. I know it's been kind of long as usual. Yay for that. So yeah, anyway, if there's any hair questions that you guys want answering or anything like that, do drop them down below. I'll try and get back to you. Like I say, I am not a professional, but I will just tell you what I have experienced in the past or anything like that, or give you some tips of maybe what helps for me, something like that. So, you know, feel free to do that if you'd like to. Also, if you did like this video, do go ahead and give it a big thumbs up for me. It really does help me make more videos for you guys, you know, because, I mean, you know, everybody likes to be loved, right? Also, if you haven't already and you feel like you would like to, then go ahead and click that big red subscribe button up there in the corner. It makes me all warm and fuzzy inside. And until the next time, guys, I'm going to check you later. So check ya.